Eternus versus Initiate, but it is Nuzlocke, ladies and gentlemen. We are live with the new map, with the new Vampire Bat, or as she is called nowadays, Mina, apparently. And we're going to be seeing the Eternuses try to survive this one. So it's pretty simple. If the Eternuses die once, they die forever. They are not allowed to buy. Cheat death. They're not allowed to go for mid. They're just gonna have to survive. And we do see the Initiates are already trying to abuse this. They've got not one, not two, but 5, 6 of them? All 6 of them on mid. Anyhow, we do have a Curse here. Hello, Curse.
Hello.
Who do you think is gonna win this one? Do you think it's the Initiates or do you think it is those pesky Eternuses?
I think that the Initiates have a solid chance here. Because I think they're doing the right strategy in just rushing down that mid lane right now. Because they just need to kill the Eternuses once, and they're just dead forever. Because, as you know, when the Eternuses die in game, they die in real life.
Yeah, no, this is like a well-known thing. That's why I usually go 55-0 in my regular games, because I don't want to die in real life. And yeah, we do see the Lash get mildly carried there. Is he gonna be chased? Yes. But yeah, I like this strategy from the Initiates. It's gonna be tough to beat the Guardian, of course. I don't know if the Initiates know that they can parry it, but right now, this is the most equal that the difference between heroes is gonna be in this game. I know for a fact that within 5 minutes, 10 minutes, the Eternuses are gonna have a very, very large lead. We're talking like 20k lead by 10 minutes, something like that. You can check on it in 10 minutes. So this is the most equal the game is ever gonna be, and you're not gonna win a 6v2 if all the parties are equal, right? But the Guardian is just such a powerful force to balance the game out. Maybe it was smart to just stay in your lanes for a little bit, not lose the Guardian like lane number 1 has lost it, and then maybe push. Regardless, I want to share your optimism, Occurs. I do think the Initiates... here's my reasoning, right? We've had many discussions in the past in this particular server about who would win a game of X versus 6 Initiates. So like 2 Eternuses versus 6 Initiates. The general agreement is that 4 Eternuses are enough, and maybe 3 could pull it off, right? Now, even if the Eternuses manage to lose an Eternus, and it's probably going to be when they're like, what, 30, 40k souls up? There's still going to be 5 Eternuses left. And, yeah, I don't know. I don't really like the Initiate's chances, but I think they're going to put a very good fight. So far, 4k soul difference, huh?
Yeah. I think the issue with them rushing down that mid lane, though, is because they failed it and were forced back into the side lanes. One of the side lanes doesn't even have the Guardian anymore, the other's at half health, alongside the fact that all of the Initiates are, like, really starved for souls because they weren't able to get that big breakthrough on blue.
Yeah, it's a very, very big problem. Already put them at, what, a 7k disadvantage, which is massive. We do want to do a brief interlude to talk a little bit about all these new icons. Fantastic icons for every hero, both for their skills and themselves. I'm very excited about this new map. We are literally filming within hours of the new map being released. I played like one game, I was like, okay, I'm ready to film now. Just so I could see what the hell was going on. I did not play as Vampire Bat. But yeah, Vampire Bat is certainly going to be the most interesting character to watch. Do you want to take a little bit of a look, our lovely observer, on the Vampire Bat? And just see her skill set. So yeah, Vampire Bat's skill set revolves around her Love Bite. So Love Bite is like somewhat like Haze's Fixation, but it deals spirit damage. And the whole point is that all of her shots deal spirit damage. You can see the purple next to the yellow. But most importantly, once she deals enough of that spirit damage and gathers enough Love Bite shock, she'll do bonus spirit damage. And also gain stacks for her ult, which is she just launches an array of bats. You might have seen her ult when we played the Vampire Bat versus Priest game a couple of months ago at this point, right, Occurs?
Yeah. We played that game, like, right as those leaks came out. Yeah. I believe it was, like, early May, maybe.
Yeah. But, yeah, you should stay tuned. We're going to try and figure out a way, if we can, to get those heroes a little bit earlier than the rest of the game is going to get them. So, stay tuned. Anyhow, items. What items do you think are going to be good for the Eternuses and the Initiates? I have a couple of theories about the Initiates. Do you want to take over the Eternuses, though?
Sure. I definitely think for the Eternuses, they're going to try to itemize for survivability. Because, as we know, they die in game, they die in real life. It's a real threat for them. So I think we're going to see quite a bit of resistances. We might see double resist on every Eternus. We might see rescue beams to save other Eternuses. We might also see stuff like Spellbreaker, because the comp that the Initiates have is extremely high Spirit Burst. I mean, you have Holiday, you have Mina, you have Lash, you have Dynamo, and Dynamo Stomp for really high numbers as well.
Yeah.
And you just need to be able to survive all of those hits.
We already see a whole bunch of those items taken by the Eternuses. I do think, yes, we have 2 rescue beams already. I'm assuming we're going to see Divine Barriers, and maybe it's Younger Cousin Guardian Ward. I assume we're going to see a lot of Spill Resist, debuff removers, probably very important as well. Anything to give them like a little bit more health. Restorative Pocket, maybe? Not necessarily. But yeah, on the Initiate side, there's some items that are... Oh, nice parry there from the Mo. And he's just going to combo him by himself, solo combo. But yeah, the Initiate items that I really want the Initiates to pick, I think the 2 items that stand shoulders above the rest are Curse and Focus Lens. Curse means that the Eternus is just disabled for a couple seconds, and if you can call a target, say, oh yeah, this Eternus is disabled for a couple seconds, you might be able to get a pick. And Focus Lens gives you a silence, and not just a silence, but a silence that gives you extra damage at the end of the duration of Focus Lens. I think that's going to be very, very valuable. In terms of like smaller items, anything that slows Initiates down, for example, if you have Mina, Mina is able to apply spirit damage with all of her shots. Mina's Vampire Bath, whatever you want to call her. Something like Mystic Slow would be fantastic. Just anything to make sure that the Eternuses cannot get away if they're out of position. You only need to catch them out of position once in this whole game, right? What do you think about that Curse?
I think the call for Curse is a good idea. You also want anything that can just pick off the Eternuses. Like, another one that would be good would be something like Phantom Strike.
Oh, yes.
Just being able to Phantom Strike as Dynamo. You just stay with, like, Holiday, stay with 7 or Lash, one of those, maybe even McGinnis. And you just Phantom Strike into the Eternuses, pop your ultimate, and you have a guaranteed kill on them if you're fast enough with your call.
Yeah, it's very, very interesting to see how the Initiates are going to be able to pull it off. Some characters just do so much damage, but these guys are so tanky. The least tanky out of all these characters is, of course, the Paradox. But Paradox has gone for a very support role. I imagine that she will go for more like Echo Shard double wall Paradox, just like maximum survivability. But she's gone 3 green items right now: Guardian Ward and Rescue Beam. Interesting. But
yeah, I think the issue that the Initiates are going to face against this Eternus team is that the Eternus just has so much front line. I mean, they have 2 supports, because I'm assuming Paradox is playing support, and they have Viscous. And they also have 4 frontliners. They have Geist, Warden, Abrams, and Bow and Frill. And the issue with them having 4 frontliners for the Initiates is that frontliners really supplement macro. They are very good for very good macro-based teams. And Initiates struggle with macro a lot. So these Eternuses, due to them having 4 frontliners, are going to be able to do a lot more riskier plays with their macro that they wouldn't otherwise be able to do. As opposed to like having 2 frontliners and 2 like miscellaneous, like a Spirit or like an M1.
yeah, no, I completely agree with that. I think it's Initiates aren't good at positioning, good at macro. I think those are the big problems. My intuition is that now that the game has opened up, you do not want to be like all spread out around the map fighting like this. You want to be in a big group and looking for a pick. I mean, look at that Geist on lane number 1. Imagine if you could have like 4 Initiates collapse on her right now. She's clearly out of position, right? I mean, at least we can't see that. And of course, it takes a little bit of intuition to figure it out, even as an Eternus, that like Geist is out of position. But yeah, look at that. The rescue beams are just doing God's work here on that Viscous. I think
the goal that McGinnis should be aiming for is, I think McGinnis is secretly the strongest character for the Initiate side. Because, as we know, McGinnis is already very strong. She has found her place in the meta recently, and is actually complained about quite a bit. But, especially in this, she can be a very, very potent pick right now. Because what the Eternuses are kind of banking on is being able to rescue beam your teammates out of those stuns, because they just have every stun in the book, and Mina, who doesn't have a stun.
But
and what McGinnis can do is, McGinnis can separate the Eternuses from each other to prevent that rescue beam. And I think that's what the McGinnis should be aiming for, because that's how they get the picks.
I mean, like, my personal... So, I have so many comments on a lot of those parts. The first is, McGinnis has found a role in the meta, yet has not been picked. Oh god, do you see that vampire battle? So beautiful. Right on the time! Wait, what is this Paradox? This Paradox is at 300! She is healing herself, is she gonna get out cubed?
Die.
Oh, yeah, no. She gets cubed, she gets cubed, she gets cubed. Oh.
I mean, she's still very low. She might die.
Oh, nice, big, huge swamp. She's at 100!
Oh,
no way!
Harry.
No way!
No way she gets out!
Okay, no, that's the cube! And the cube cracked! And she
gets out!
No way!
Did they fumble that?
No way!
And no she gets a kill!
She gets a kill! Oh god, yeah,
An incredible fumble by the Initiates there. They had Paradox down to her last few milliseconds of her life. I mean, I saw the health bar go down to like 60 there.
Oh, what?
Wow!
It's not just the Initiates that are fumbling, it's the Eternuses too. 2 health! What an escape there by the Dynamo. But yeah, it was so close. But I mean, the Initiates just need one more opportunity like that. Jokes aside, McGinnis is finding her place in the meta. I think she's stronger, but I mean the big problem that she has is she's just not very good competitively. You talk about her having a great hit with the wall and everything, but time and time again, she's never picked. She was not picked in the recent Gloom Snakes Den, which we hosted, what, a week and a half ago? She was not picked in Deadlock Night Shift, so yeah, it's just not a very pickable character. The second thing that you said is, like, she has an excellent kit with her wall and everything. It does require a certain skill set. Like, the wall is a very difficult ability to do correctly. I played so many games of McGinnis, and I still can't get my walls perfectly. Even like the top McGinnis, like we're talking like a Naked or Piggy or whatever, or OG Jeremy, are still not doing perfect walls all the time. Anyhow, Lash tried to get that urn, and it seems that the urn will be secured by that Mo.
Yeah, I definitely agree when it comes to McGinnis Wall. I think McGinnis Wall is kind of secretly one of the probably highest skill expression abilities in the game.
Yeah.
It's a very simple ability. Just shoot out of like a moving wall, and then you can summon it whenever you want. But there's this secret complexity to the ability that makes it kind of difficult to use properly. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the timing has to be very precise.
Yeah. The timing is precise, and you need to have proper threat assessment to decide, okay, who do I want to wall off? Where do I want to wall them off? Is my team going to be able to follow up on this? It's a very, very complex ability to use.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a complex ability. But what did I want to discuss here? We do see this big push happening towards base right here, right now. This might be, okay, so here's one thing that I do want to say. I think the Initiates are strongest in base because they don't have to do the damage. Oh, all day in the queue. Never mind. But yeah, they don't have to do the damage. The Guardians can do the damage for them. The Patron can do the damage for them. They can just pop a 7. A big Lash Ult could really change the course of this game. I mean, if you manage to eliminate a single Eternus right here, right now, you are in a good position. It doesn't matter what the it doesn't matter what the spirit difference is, right? Damn. Oh, this Paradox is again
Paradox,
very low.
Very low. Paradox is about to go down. 100 health again.
Oh, yes! She goes down! She goes down!
Wow!
That's the first pick for the initiative.
Especially because Paradox is just such a good pick character.
Thigh's too good for you! And the DC happens. But yeah,
we actually get to see the new Amber base here.
Yes.
I think the new Amber base is a very good improvement over the previous base.
Oh yeah, it looks really pretty. I have to say, with what I've seen of the map so far, and again, it's like a game, and what I'm seeing like that live, this is literally going to be put on YouTube in like 2 hours, hopefully.
Yeah,
it's really pretty. The map is not at all part of my complaints. The new interface, I'm not a huge fan. I do have to say, I think the idea of a hideout menu is really pretty, but look at like websites from the early 2000s. They were doing the exact same thing. The menu was, they felt like a home and everything was like interactable. But if you look at like modern websites, they're very simple, very easy. You know where everything is. I think we're gonna have the same thing. I think right now it's like, oh, it's this amazing, amazing base, and then we're like, okay, I just want to queue into a match. Why do I have to walk around to do that? Why can't I just click a button?
I think
there's gonna have to be a
because there's a command in the files right now that I don't believe it actually functions right now, but there is a command for disabling the hideout. So I wonder if the hideout is going to be a I wonder if it's going to be a like option that you can choose in settings or something like that. Because I personally don't have an issue with it. I love the novelty of the hideout, especially with how it rewards achievements. Like, one of the achievements that it shows is if you won any of the skins in the 2024 Winter Holiday event, it shows the skins as like this cute little snow globe, like on top of the fireplace next to the play area. It's a really cool idea, and I think it's probably going to be used more. I think it's probably going to be like the center for like achievements and stuff. And I think it's going to be how they do cosmetics for achievements, most likely. Because in other Valve games, whenever they do cosmetics for achievements, it's usually like hats and stuff. But I think they're going to lean more into like, okay, this is like an actual achievement, you should be proud of it. It's like a trophy that you see all the time. And not just like an item that you spot in your inventory once in a while.
No.
And I think that's a good direction.
I also think there will be a riot if there's no hats, DLC, like skins and such in this game, right? I would love a massive hat, like a sombrero for 7. Yeah. Come on, he has to have a sombrero, right?
Or they could bring back the big cookie hat that he had in the winter skin.
Oh yeah, that was so good. I really like the Christmas event. I distinctly remember it starting, and then accidentally getting, I was playing McGinnis, and then accidentally getting the Christmas thing, because in the beginning it was, McGinnis is supposed to shoot down 9 objectives. And I was like, oh, I do that during a normal course of a game. What are you supposed to do as McGinnis if you don't shoot down 9 objectives? Anyhow, big fight happening here. We do see the Mo getting a little bit bruised. But yeah, I think the only hope that they have is in base. And I think the big target, the big stop target is Warden now, right, Icarus?
Yeah.
I think anyone else, well, we should actually check their resist. What are we doing here? Oh, I see the new resist icon. Look at this here, right? But yeah, we have, Warden is only 6%.
Warden has no resists.
Yeah.
Wow.
Abrams has no resists.
You
Mo has a
you
lot.
kind of expect them to be stacking resists, but really only Mo has been stacking resists.
I mean,
it's been working out pretty well for Mo, because Mo is basically unkillable at this point.
Yeah, well, how much HP does he have? Let's see.
Mo has 4,000.
4,000 HP at minute 20.
And double armor and fortitude healing. I mean, you're not taking that guy down.
I mean, they don't really need damage, right? The only thing that they need is HP, because they're so far ahead they don't need damage. Yeah, they're what, 30k-ish ahead, considering the fact that, of course, the Paradox doesn't have an influence in the game anymore. But yeah, the initiates are grouping up a little bit more, of course, now that they have no targets. Their big goal right now is, of course, to isolate one of these Eternuses and get something. Or maybe get those Guardians. I think they can backdoor some of those Guardians, right? Are the initiates struggling for a flex slot at this point? Not really.
I don't really think so. They still have a few slots to share, and I think what they really need to do is, like you said, a lot earlier into the match. I think they just need to gang up on the Eternus. They need to walk around as this big, unstoppable mass, or I should say a very stoppable mass.
Very
still initiates, but you get my point.
But I mean,
they need to walk around as this big death ball. Because you only need to kill one of them. Because the second you kill one of them, they become much weaker because they turn from 5 to 4, and then they turn from 4 to 3, 3 to 2, 2 to 1, and then 1 to 0.
Well, that still can happen. I mean, none of them have resist. They can just get thrown to base and stunned. Does any of the initiates have any of the items which I would really like them to have? I think they're just doing default builds. I don't see.
I don't really think the initiates are itemizing properly for this challenge, and I think that's a big mistake.
Isn't that tragic? I mean, we've seen this problem happen time and time again with the initiates. There's like a very obvious solution to their problem, and they just don't pick it up, or they just don't do it.
At least the initiates are doing better in this one, because at least the initiates are like choosing characters to counter the challenge this time. I remember when Eternus vs. Initiate was first starting, the initiates would just select all of their mains. They would have like 5 mouse 1 characters.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think the initiate choices are good.
We can be certain that the initiates in low ranks in the game are improving because of us.
Yes. We are actively improving the initiates. The main way that we're doing it is, of course, by killing the Eternuses. We have already killed one of the Eternuses in real life. We have sent Vershiak, our assassin, to go and kill them. Because there's nothing in Poland but war, I have been told. But yeah, jokes aside, big fight happening here. 7 does get picked with 3 people down. I think that has to be Shrines of Badric. Do you think the Eternuses will back out here? Or do you think they're just going to try and finish the game?
I don't think the Eternuses are going to back out. I think the Eternuses are just going to try to finish the game. Maybe at most they back out a little bit, play around like the start of the staircases.
Look at that Warden. Sorry, that's Mo? He's at 1500. But yeah, the Mo is just going to be able to quickly heal. He does have Fortitude. He does have 4200 health. That's insane.
I think the Eternus probably could have gotten away with ending there, because they only have 1 ultimate up. Lash is about to have his ultimate up in about 30 seconds, I want to say. But he's the only one close to an ultimate outside of Holiday who has her lasso.
Yeah. It's, yeah. And I mean, it's very hard to target that lasso if you're an initiate, right? Like, 'cause I mean, lasso into base could be very, very valuable. Lasso into Dynamo. Lasso into Wall, Lasso into Vampire Battle. I mean, there are just so many combos. I won't count the Initiates out just yet. I mean, in a normal game of Initiate versus Eternus, 60k soul difference, yes. But all they need is 1 pick. All they need is 1 pick. Yeah. We're going to have to see if the Eternuses are going to be able to push here. The Eternuses haven't been itemizing pretty well. I just see Counterspell from that Warden. I mean, the biggest problem, of course, is just that Lash ult. Counterspell neutralizes that Lash ult. So, yeah.
Some part of me wonders if an Ethereal Shift might have been better. Because, I mean, Ethereal Shift, if Warden pops it, he can pop Ethereal Shift with his ult active and still... Happens to the best of us.
Flares. Past Devils Eternus 2, by the way.
That many times. I've failed that jump many times as well. Happens to the best of us. What happens sometimes is it sometimes is more valuable to heavy melee instead of double jump when trying to do that jump. Because whenever you double jump to make that mantle, it can be kind of iffy.
It's gonna be really fun to see. Okay, we do already see one pick here. I don't think the Vampire Bat gets away. And that might be it. Lashold comes in though. The Mo is grabbed into the McGinnis. And the McGinnisery is not gonna be enough. The Dynamo ult does get wasted. Mo is grabbing the McGinnis, kills the McGinnis, and that is gonna be a big 7-0 that materializes to nothing. 4 dead.
Cancel.
Yeah.
I think this is game. There's just no way the Initiates can push us back with just a holiday.
Yeah, especially if he has wasted their ult. That should be game. GG. It turns out the Eternus can win Pokemon Nuzlocke.
Rest in peace, Paradox.
Rest in peace, Paradox. Yeah, with one less Eternus though, the level of this game will certainly decrease more and more in the future. We just have to keep whittling them down. We are gathered here today to celebrate the life and the death of that Paradox. Please type !Bud Light in the comments and tell me of your favorite moment with that Paradox. Or with any Paradox, frankly. And do not forget to like and subscribe. Okay, have a good day and have fun on the ladder. New badge, guys, huh?